With some 7.7 billion people in the world, it is quite amazing when a world record is achieved. Some are hard to believe and others are outright bizarre. But to hold this title is no small feat. So today we will be looking at the most unbreakable world records in the NBA history. It's going to be extraordinarily tough for any team or player to challenge the numbers on this list, as all of them are astounding. Starting off with number 10, Chicago's 72-win season. When Dennis Rodman joined Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen for the 1995 to 1996 season, the Bulls became nearly unbeatable. Their 72 wins for 10 losses record still marks the only 70-win season in NBA history. The closest anyone has come since was the same Bulls team went 69 for 13 the next season. No matter how much talent is on your team in the current landscape of the league, it's awfully difficult to lose just 10 games in a season. Most of the top tier teams have a hard time topping 60 games in the win column. There isn't going to be another team like Jordan's Bulls anytime soon, making it unlikely that a club could challenge Chicago's place in the record books. Coming in at number 9 with a 98.1% free throw percentage for a season, Jose Calderon. The Toronto Raptors point guard took 154 free throws during the 2008 and 2009 season. He missed 3 of them. You heard me right, just 3. Even for a career 88% shooter, that's amazing marksmanship. Calderon broke Murphy's mark of 95.8% set in 1980 and 1981 season. The talented shooter went 151 for 154 from the line, and it seems especially magical when one considers that he shot just 79.8% and 85.4% in those 2 seasons following his record-setting accomplishment. To do better, someone is going to have to be just about perfect for an entire season. Number 8. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38,387 points. Jabbar's ability to put the ball in the hoop was unlike anyone else, literally. His size, skill and athletic build made him an elite scorer for most of his career. Then came that unstoppable skyhook that allowed him to keep pouring in points into his 40s, and by the time he was done with his 20 seasons. Kobe Bryant was just 4,744 points behind and most likely would have caught him if he had gotten to play into his 40s. 33 straight wins take the Los Angeles Lakers into 7th position. Amazingly, the 1971-1972 Lakers started their streak right after Elene Baylor retired, though they still had plenty of talent with Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain and Gail Goodrich. They won every game for more than 2 months, setting a mark that no team even approached until the Miami Heat reeled off 27 straight wins. The record no longer seems quite as unbreakable, but it does look safe for the time being. Los Angeles finished the campaign with a 69 for 13 record and went on to win the NBA championship. Coming in at number 6, and not knowing if you really want to hold this record, Rasheed Wallace's 41 technicals in a season. Rasheed Wallace was well known as one of the more prominent hotheads in the game, and many joked that the new technical rules were put in place to combat his arguing. Although his conversations with the referees have been exaggerated, there's no doubting Wallace had something to say with every call that went against him. Who earned 41 technicals in 80 games during the 2000 and 2001 season. It would be hard to break this record. The NBA now curtails complaining by suspending players after their 16th technical foul of the season. That means Wallace's career mark of 308 technicals is also safe. Could you imagine his penalties under the new set of rules? I doubt anyone will challenge 40 plus anytime soon. Coming in at the halfway mark, Bill Russell's 11 championships. Bill Russell was able to secure 11 championships in his career despite playing only 13 seasons, and that's an extremely impressive winning percentage. Russell and the Boston Celtics dominated the NBA from 1957 to 1969. Winning 11 titles in 13 seasons. The league expanded from 8 to 14 teams during that span and now has 30 franchises, making such a run nearly impossible. A well-known name coming in at number 4, Wilt Chamberlain, and his 50.4 point season average. It's just an amazing feeling when looking at the career statistics of Wilt Chamberlain. It's rare for any NBA player to score 50 points in a game, except that is for Chamberlain during the 1961 and 1962 season, when he did an amazing 42 times. The closest any other players come to his season scoring average was Michael Jordan's 37 in 1986 and 1987. His scoring average of more than 50 points per game will likely never be broken, as the game has changed drastically since Chamberlain asserted his dominance. We celebrate any player who manages to put up a 50 in a single game once in an 82 game set, but Chamberlain averaged that figure for the duration of the season. Coming in at number 3, with the nickname of Iron Man, AC Green's 1,192 consecutive games. As you may have figured, he played 1,192 consecutive games, and to put that into perspective, it means he approximately played 14.5 straight seasons without missing a single game. For more than 14 NBA seasons, he endured nightly punishment as a rugged power forward, yet never missed a game for any reason. Green is better known for being a self-proclaimed virgin throughout his career, another record that probably won't be broken. No injuries, no personal time off, nothing but pure basketball and dedication to the game. With 15,806 assists, John Stockton comes in at number 2. A great passer who had the luxury of playing with a great finisher, Karl Malone, for 19 seasons, Stockton's record won't be touched anytime soon. Stockton's career record for steals, 3,265, is just as unbreakable. Not only did Stockton rock one of the flyest uniforms in the history of the game, but he also dished out the ball better than anyone else could. Stockton's career assist total is over 4,000 more than the second place Jason Kidd. That is jaw-dropping when one considers how highly Kidd is ranked amongst point guards in historical context. Coming in at number 1 spot, a well-known and unsurprising name, Wilt Chamberlain and his 100-point game. While Chamberlain's ability to light up the record books has been well documented, there isn't going to be another player who sniffs a triple-digit output in a single game. Not many basketball records are well known, but all sports fans are aware of Wilt's astounding 100-point effort against the New York Knicks on March 2nd, 1962, in the 3rd season of his NBA career. Chamberlain earned attention for himself for scoring 100 points, while Kobe Bryant came close with his 81 effort against the Toronto Raptors in 2006. Even his pure dominance of the game left him 19 shy of tying with Chamberlain. There were just more than 4,000 people in attendance on this historic evening that Chamberlain etched his name into the record books, and it's likely there won't ever be another spectacle quite like this one. And just for one bonus one, as we thought this one is extremely interesting, the lowest scoring game ever was the Pistons vs the Lakers, with a total score of 37. On November 22nd, 1950, the lowest scoring game occurred of all time. The Fort Wayne Pistons beat the Minnesota Lakers 19-18 that day. It was clearly an aberration, as the Pistons never scored less than 64 points again that season, and the Lakers never dropped below 63. George McCann scored 15 of the 18 points for the Lakers, and only 2 other players scored. No player scored more than 5 points for the Pistons. Do you think any of these records will be broken? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button so not to miss out on more.